Welcome to part 3 of Learning How to Reassess Your Chess by Jeremy Selman, 4th edition. Diagram 20. Knights are psychopath. Knights are psychopath of the chessboard. They can make you laugh with a royal fork, but behind every smile, knights are just psychopaths. In this diagram, it is shown how scary knights can be. Diagram 21. Knights is seen to be a scary piece and a tricky one. A rule to remember: there's a reason why many amateurs fear knights. They are very tricky and deserve your full respect. The idea of the diagram is to train the student to fear knight, and if any of the students sees a book that says bishops are better than knights, they should spit on it. Here are some lists to compare bishops and knights, since they are at each other's throats all the time. First is, knights and bishops are minor pieces. Minor pieces are an imbalance. Knowing how to properly use them will give you a huge advantage in competitions. Knights are the best blockaders, since it won't lose its mobility. Knight is a short-range piece, and bishop is a long-range piece with faster mobility and can slide across the board. Knights can jump over other pieces. Knights can reach any colored squares, unlike bishops. Knights do well in close position, unlike bishops, which can be blocked by pawns. Knights crave advanced support points, and the further up the board the support point is, the better and stronger the knight will be. A knight stuck on the first and second ranks is a defensive piece and is inferior to a healthy bishop. A diseased bishop is quite another matter. A knight on the third rank is a flexible workhorse and can be used for defense or attack. At a moment's notice, a knight on the third often has serious central influence. A knight on the fourth rank support point is a very strong flexible piece. You can count on it to perform both defensive and offensive duties. A knight on the fifth rank support point can be a beautiful thing to behold. It's a potent offensive weapon and is usually superior to a bishop. A knight on the sixth rank support point can make children weep and women cry for joy. Here a knight transforms from a horse to octopus, its many appendages spiking out in all directions and claiming enemy territory as its own. Such a knight is at times stronger than a rook. A knight on the 7th and 8th rank gives us a case of diminishing returns. Once past the 6th, it's no longer controlling as many squares since its runs out of the board. Usually a knight on such an advanced square is performing some sort of tactical or search and destroy operation. This is an example of how knight is a better blockader than bishop. Knight can be used for defensive and offensive purpose, like in this example. The knight is pointing a gun to e6 and g6, while the black bishop role is purely defensive. It will take the knight 4 moves to attack the pawn. However, the bishop only needs 1. This goes to prove that bishop is the king of distance. Diagram 21. Knights is seen to be a scary piece and a tricky one. A rule to remember: there's a reason why many amateurs fear knights. They are very tricky and deserve your full respect. The idea of the diagram is to train the student to fear knight, and if any of the students sees a book that says bishops are better than knights, they should spit on it. Knight on the first and third rank. In the position, the knight on the first rank serves a purpose of defending. White has two positive imbalance. One is its central space, and another is lead in development. This can be achieved with the help of the knight on the third rank to put more pressure on d5 and gain more space. The knight on the 5th rank is eyeing on c6, d7, f7 and g6, a strong permanent support point eyeing deep into enemy territory. Also note that the black knight can't make a home for himself since c3 to c4 would be a problem. The knight on the 4th rank is an imposing piece. It threatens to leap to many squares like b5, f5, c6 or e6. On top of that, the knight is blocking the isolated pawn, and if so chooses can step back to start an assault against d5 with enormous pressure. Diagram 29. The knight on the 6th rank is no doubt a monster, being able to take so much space on black camp and make the rook looks useless. With this imbalance, white can create several plans, though at times to make knight on the 6th rank might take a lot of time, sometimes even 2 to 3 moves, but it is nevertheless a strong asset. Sometimes just building nice pawn center and attacking enemy pawn doesn't exist in some positions.